I love it.
This house was designed by Jorge Engel.
I'm excited to see San Diego in a way I've never seen it before, and I've lived here.
I truly feel like we just got transported to Italy.
Welcome to Del Mar Country Club. It's super exclusive.
Cheers.
Southern California beach living.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Welcome to the American Dream. This is a show that goes into the real estate markets all over the nation as well as in your local markets. On today's episode, we are going to explore North County, San Diego. Specifically, I'll be showing you the area through the eyes of one of its premier realtors, Sean Caddell. First, let's learn a little bit more about the basics of North County. Along the endless blue coastline that defines the western edge of the country lies San Diego. It's a place that attracts not only sunshine, but people who have decided that if you have only one life to live, you might as well live it at the beach. North County, San Diego is easily one of the most beautiful parts of the city, offering jagged cliffs that break up the surf and pure white sand beaches that remind the locals to clock out early some days and go enjoy the life they have. North County is an inspired community made up of not only beach cottages and bungalows, but also ranches and massive estates that give locals an opportunity to own horses, tennis courts, golf memberships at private clubs, and incredible opportunities with stunning vistas. The views in North County, San Diego are simply beautiful, and from Rancho Santa Fe to Cardiff by the Sea, we will see it all on this episode. We will be showing you why North County, San Diego has become so famous for lifestyle. This episode, we'll be pairing up with local broker Sean Caddell as he shows us why he loves Cardiff and North County, San Diego so much that he decided to make a lifestyle out of moving people to his stunning beachside community. I met up with Sean at Rancho Valencia early in the morning after a spin class, and that's where our journey begins.
So how much fun was that?
I mean, what a perfect way to start the day.
So that's how I start my day almost every day, and that's why I'm filled with energy. I have so many places we're going to go to over the next couple days. Kind of an Olympic training center for dressage and jumping. We're going to go to some houses in Rancho Santa Fe. We're going to do a tour of the beach on a helicopter down the coastline, and then we're going to top it off visiting my very favorite French restaurant in Carlsbad.
Ooh, by the end of this, do you think I'm going to understand what it's like to live a day in the life of Sean?
I hope so.
Okay,
Let's go. Today we're here at Wildflower Estates, and this is the Equestrian Center. And it's both a dressage center and also hunter jumper. The great part is it has both disciplines. Like for example, those are the hunter jumper horses exercising. Over here is where the hunter jumpers actually train, Olympic hopeful and actually past Olympians. So it's a really great professional training center.
We're so close to the water, but you still get so much land, and you feel like you're inland with all of this. I I've heard a lot of talks about Olympians training here too. Talk to me about that.
My partner Guenter is actually right over here. So Guenter's a 3-time Olympian.
Guenter and Kara.
Nice to meet
So
you.
nice to meet you too. Like I heard a lot about Olympians training here, and you're one of them.
Yes, there are actually a few of them around here. I think the climate and the nice weather conditions here are very conducive to our kind of training and for the horses.
Guenter's lucky he gets to train a lot of the Olympic hopefuls or the other trainers that are training other people. He gets to participate with them and coach them.
Nice. So you get to keep your legacy moving and get to be proud of it.
While having the perfect life, you go home, you serve, and it's perfect.
The amazing thing about this farm is there's Olympic caliber and Olympic hopeful riders here, which is great. In fact, one of my very good friends, Buffini, is here.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
What are you training for?
I am an Olympic hopeful, like he said. My incredible coach, his partner, Guenter Seidel, has been coaching me for the last couple of years, and we are out here hours and hours a day working our butts off and trying to get to our goal.
Super cool. What's the next competition?
Next competition is in a couple weeks in Temecula, California, wine country. And yeah, so that's the first step to getting to the Olympics.
And Anna was the National Young Rider Champion a couple different years, correct?
Yeah, a couple different years for Young Rider and then the under 25 division, and then we were longlisted for the Olympic trials in 2016, and so we're just going to keep taking the next step one day at a time till we get there.
It's interesting, Anna's mother was also an Olympic athlete, so it's in her genes.
Yeah, thankfully. My dad was on the Irish national soccer team, so they set the bar pretty high.
Awesome. So nice to meet you, Anna.
Nice to meet you too.
Welcome to Del Mar Country Club. It's super exclusive. A lot of the notable people from San Diego that live here do because of the privacy factor. So I wanted to show you the 19th hole.
I thought there was only 18 holes in golf.
Trust me, this is why people really golf.
Okay, this is the true reason people end up golfing.
This is one of my favorite places to meet up with clients and friends. Can you believe this is right down the street from the ocean? It's unbelievable, isn't it? Hey, Ryan.
Hi, Sean. How are you?
Awesome. How are you?
Good.
What's up, Ryan? Good to see you too. Can we join you?
Oh, please do.
So one of the things that I wanted to talk about today was a project that Ryan had going on in Caddell.
We were very fortunate in that we had a wonderful architect who does mostly modern homes. And my wife went to him and said, we want to do this Santa Barbara style Spanish home. And so he was able to combine those two aspects, the modern and the Spanish. And that's where we got the final design.
So for someone who's thinking about doing the same thing, would you advise to do it? Would you go through the process again? Was it worth it?
Yes. In retrospect, I would have told myself to be a little more patient. Other than that, I would say I would absolutely recommend doing it, because if you start from scratch, you're going to get what you want.
Right.
And that's the most important part.
And how cool is it that now we're here in Del Mar and we were just in Cardiff? It's so close. We got here in maybe 13 minutes.
The thing we love the most about Cardiff is you literally have Southern California beach living surrounded by Rancho Santa Fe, which, you know, equestrian, beautiful country clubs like here. And then you have the big city. You have San Diego, 30 minutes to the south, the international airport.
I'm so glad we can get together today. Cheers.
You too. Cheers.
Thank you so much for an awesome day.
Thank you. You showed me your stomping grounds, and I don't think I could have done it any other way.
See, it doesn't even seem like work,
It
like
doesn't?
what we did today.
What a beautiful day checking out the equestrian and country club scenes in North County, San Diego. So much more than just beaches. Now, let's find out what's happening in your neighborhood.
Hey you guys, it's Lani with the Lani Fisher Homes team, your everyday agent for everyday people. Now, I am beyond excited. You guys probably hear me say this all the time. However, we are in Central Tacoma, which is the new Tacoma. All right, some of you guys might know it as Hilltop, some of you guys might know it as New Tacoma, or some of you guys might know it as Central Tacoma, but here we are. And let me tell you what we're gonna do for this episode. We're gonna look at this house behind us. because in this area, it's phenomenal what's going on. A lot of transformation. Besides looking at this house, besides looking at this area, we're gonna go and take a look at the link rail because we know we have 6 more additional stops being added, which is gonna add value to your home. And then we're gonna go visit one of the best known hole-in-the-wall sandwich places. Now, every person in Tacoma knows what this place is. So we're gonna stop in there, talk with the owner, Jamal, and look at and get a sub from MSM Deli. So take a minute and think what MSM might actually mean. So let's go ahead and take a look inside and we're gonna get this party started. All right, you guys, let's take a look at this home and let's figure out why this area is one of the most sought after areas in Tacoma. All right, you guys, one of the reasons why I love this house is because it has that old Tacoma feel of the craftsman style. Built-ins right behind you. We have the fireplace. They've done a fantastic job remodeling this house. They have the original hardwood floors, new electrical, new plumbing, and as we walk through here, you can kind of see that they really kept the style of the house. I don't know what it is about the houses I choose. They always have some kind of awesome thing going on, but check this out, you guys. What is that? It's actually a laundry chute on the main floor that goes to the basement. There's one upstairs as well. I would use that all day long, especially because I have a 6-month-old son, likes to make a mess, feed him dinner, bam, just throw it down there and forget about it, I guess. All right, you guys, let's take a look at this kitchen. I know you guys have parts for that already. We got the farm style sink. We got the stainless steel appliances. We have the quartz countertops. And they've done a fantastic job being able to keep the old feel of the 1900s style home with the built-ins behind me and above with the modernized new. It's pretty homey, you guys. Like, check it out. Who wouldn't want to cook in this kitchen? The owners of this house actually changed a lot of floor plan to incorporate our now needed styles of the house by adding a mattress. So let's go take a look at this. So as you guys can see, this master is huge. It has a king size bed. It's got a walk-in closet. On top of that, right, you can see the updates that they did, the backsplash on the wall. Let's go take a look at the ensuite. Now, this is huge for a 1900 style home. Double vanity, again, the quartz countertop. I even like that they did the shower in kind of like back in the day when they had made windows, they made them out of iron. And so they kind of kept that feel and that touch inside this house with the bathroom. Now you guys, one of the coolest areas of this house is the upstairs in the attic. Take a look behind me. You can make it into a children's playhouse, which is what these owners have done. You can make it into your own office. You can make it into a yoga studio, or even exercise, or just say, who gives a hell? And just sleep up here and say, screw the rest of the world. Whatever it is, this is your own sanctuary to get away from the rest of the world and de-stress and live you. All right, you guys, so we're gonna go try to take a talk with Jamal inside. Right now it's peak timing, so his parking lot is full, so who knows if we're gonna be able to really talk with him. Hopefully we can, and it says push. All right, so we are here with Jamal, who's the owner of MSM Deli and this convenience store. So he's actually known for the IPAs and these awesome sandwiches, which I called ahead of time. So Jamal, how long have you been running this place?
We've been in business for 35 years.
Do you just think that word of mouth of Tacoma has been what's made you so successful the last 35 years?
I think so.
Awesome. And then what is your go-to sub? So I know you have, I think, what is it, 17 signature subs?
Oh, we have a ton, but the Mike Selects that you got, that's probably our best seller. It's kind of our signature deal, but the deli club's a really close second.
Okay.
And I tell everyone it's really hard to get away from your first sandwich, but if you kind of venture off the menu a little bit and try some other things, you'll be surprised. Everything is really delicious.
It's legit. It's super legit.
So I appreciate the support as always. Shout out to the staff, of course. They do an amazing job. Shout out to all of our customers who have kept us in business and, like you said, giving word of mouth.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So we've seen the recreational lifestyle in North County, San Diego. Now it's time to see how people really live here. This is where Sean's expertise really comes in handy. Only an agent at his level can show us homes of this caliber.
So Kara, this is a new listing that I have coming up, and it's a European-inspired estate. It's called the River Trail.
I truly feel like we just got transported to Italy.
Well, wait till you get inside. It's even better than Italy.
Okay, let's go.
Come on.
Nice.
So this is one of my very favorite parts of this house. Check this out. His and hers couches.
Oh my gosh.
His and her TVs.
These couches deserve applause.
They do.
So you have a TV, I have a TV. There's no fighting. Fireplace in the middle. So is this kind of what makes it feel like Italian? You've got these like huge beams.
I like to say more European inspired versus Italian because it's not that specific, which is awesome because it translates over many different design styles and many different tastes. Like for example, we have this unbelievable billiard room, we have a theater room, we have a wine cellar.
What I'm noticing too is this house has a lot more details than a lot of other homes that I see in terms of the walls. The architecture is very intricate. This is awesome. Okay, where are we going now?
We're gonna go to my second favorite part, which is the office. It's the best office I've ever seen.
Let's go. Wow.
Isn't this awesome?
Oh.
Can you imagine conducting business from here every day?
So when you watch Cribs, I feel like they always say the magic happens in the master. I feel like the magic happens in this room.
I think if you have a house like this, you gotta work hard to pay for it. It's pretty awesome with the master that opens up into the pool area and the guest house. We're just under 12,000 square feet. Then there's the workout room, there's a sauna.
And beyond this beautiful lot, you see the golf course. It's beautiful.
It's really like your own estate. And then we have an outdoor kitchen here.
This is the life.
It is the life.
It really
could be yours.
Oh, hopefully.
So now we're at Las Ventanas, and it's completely different than the house we just saw. It couldn't be more different because that's the European style of a home. And this one is contemporary, it's modern, it's super cool, super slick.
I feel like we're at the opposite end of the spectrum in terms of architecture, and I cannot wait to see what the inside looks like.
This is like a James Bond house.
With the shades and the house, I feel it all.
Let's go.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey, Sean, Kara.
Charna, how are you?
Welcome. Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thanks for having us today. I can't wait to share your house with her because we just came from a European style home, and this is like the epitome of contemporary and modern.
It's exciting. Come on in.
You know what's so interesting about this house? I've been here probably 5 times now, and every time I come, it's like peeling an onion back because there's so many different layers to this house.
Right. The architect was really in touch with a certain look of his style. The minute we saw it, we knew this was it. The privacy, the beauty of the area, the exclusivity of it. It was homey, yet exactly what we wanted in terms of contemporary and modern. And we entertain, so the flow that we get for entertaining our guests is amazing. We've got our bar, theater, kitchen, the living room and dining room are right around the corner, and it's so conducive to having a great time and a great party.
And I feel like this house would be killer for entertaining.
It is, and speaking of that, follow me to the bar.
Okay.
What do you think? You have time for a little cocktail?
So this house was designed by Jorge Engel, and he's out of La Jolla. And this is about 8,800 square feet.
Well, I think it's just, you know, the theme of the house, and it's ironic that we're on Las Ventanas, which means the windows, and the house is full of them. And the shape of the windows in certain areas ties into how he softened the ceilings, and he just built it with such architectural integrity and kind of genius, honestly. The house is really kind of like a home sculpture. Shall we go and check out the pool area?
Absolutely. I'm dying to see the back.
All right, well, come this way. Follow me.
Don't forget your martini.
All right, you guys. Here it is. Here's the money shot.
This is so amazing out here.
Wow, this backyard is astounding.
It's pretty unbelievable.
Okay, now for the part we've been waiting for this whole time. We're headed to the beach, but Sean insisted there's a much more exciting way to take in the coastline. I can't wait to show you what we did.
So for educated, great realtors, it's actually like more interesting, more fun. It's more of a business. It's more professional.
Yes,
I
that's
believe.
a really good point. James, what do you think?
James, I have something to say about that. This actually isn't James.
Oh my God! Seth, what are you doing here?
So Mark, I really want to take Tara on a tour of the coastline.
I'm excited to see San Diego in a way I've never seen it before, and I've lived here.
Can we go?
Yeah, let's go.
Untitled Chapter, approaching the harbor, Cessna southbound, 3,500.
Wow, look at how nice the waves look. You can't see that from the freeway or on the other side, so you have to...
And look, we're not in traffic. The racetrack looks so beautiful from the sky, right? So does Del Mar.
It'd be fun to bet on horses and watch them from up here.
And then you just call somebody down below.
Yeah, 50,000 on number 8. Wow, this is so drop-dead gorgeous. Do I ever have to leave?
And then we're gonna drop in. That's Torrey Pines State Park.
This is my favorite hike in San Diego.
The only way to see our city, the most phenomenal way to see our city. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark, times a million. You're watching The American Dream, the only show to bring you national and local real estate trends every week. Now it's time to see what's happening in your own backyard.
What's up, buddy?
What's happening?
You ready to do this?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Hey, what's going on? This is Dan Keller with The American Dream Seattle. I'm gonna take you from downtown to the outdoors today. We're gonna do one of my favorite things to do in the winter out here on the water, and that's Dungeness crabbing along with king salmon fishing. We're gonna hope to catch a couple fish and show you some beautiful sights from the water. Let's go. I think one of the reasons why I was invited on to host this show is I have clarity around what the American dream means to me. And this is a piece of it. Being out on the water, creating freedom in your life, do the things that you enjoy. And taking time, I don't care. It doesn't necessarily have to do anything with money. My whole idea with this show and my role on this show is just to give people some inspiration to dig deep and remember why we're here. And the American dream is a big part of that. We live in the best part of the entire world. And I wake up every day lucky that I'm an American, and more so that I'm an American that somehow by chance, by luck, ended up in this beautiful place. You know, something that I've seen over the past few years and it encouraged me to take on this role with the American dream is a lot of friends and a lot of clients and a lot of people in the community that I meet. And you know, through the stresses of life, through the busyness of life, somewhere along the way they lost sight of their American dream. And so my hopes is that this show brings back some of that fire in someone watching the show going, you know what? You know, I'm put here for a very limited time in this beautiful planet, especially up here in the Seattle area. This is how you can make the most of it. Identifying what the American dream means to you individually and just going out and doing it. When you and I kind of met, I was talking about vlogging and creating content, doing video, and we were saying it back then that it's important. I was following a guy by the name of Gary Vaynerchuk, and he was preaching that if you're not creating content, if you're not blogging and doing video, your days are numbered. And so I kind of bought into that idea. And the American Dream TV is just it's just an opportunity to create content at a really, really high level. I mean, high quality content and valuable content. It's a movement, I think, that's going to go crazy up here in the Northwest. And as a loan officer, if you're in the space with real estate agents, whether you're on American Dream or you're just creating content, that should be your approach, to be known. It doesn't matter how good of an attorney you are, it doesn't matter how good of a real estate agent you are or a loan officer you are, if nobody knows who you are, you're gonna go broke. You have a strategy where you post once or twice a week on social media, and it just could be the story of your life, what you're doing. But it works, it's creating. That post, Dave, that you mentioned is proof that I'm creating a tribe on social media that's genuinely interested in what I'm doing because of the content that I've created over the last couple of years, man. It's not gonna happen overnight, but there's no better time than to start right now. All right, so that is a wrap. I hope you enjoyed your time with us today. It was cold, but we got to see Camano Island, Whidbey Island, and beautiful Snohomish County from the water looking in. So one last thing, if you're interested in real estate in any of these areas, got some incredible real estate professionals that are a part of the American Dream TV show, some of the best in the area, and I'd be happy to introduce you to one of them. All right, here's to your American Dream. I'm out of here.
After seeing so much of North County, San Diego with Sean, I'm starting to become sold on why Sean thinks it's the best place in the world. And after showing me around town, it was definitely time to wrap up with a good meal at one of Sean's favorite restaurants.
So we're here today with my friend John Resnick, and he just opened June à Jolie, my very favorite restaurant in San Diego. Can you tell us about your inspiration for opening such an awesome place?
Yeah, so June à Jolie, we've been here for just a month now on State Street in Carlsbad Village. I think the inspiration for the restaurant was really the community, first and foremost. So we have Campfire right down the street, which we've had for about 2.5 years. And we opened that because we wanted to create something special for the community to come in, eat some good food, have some good drinks. Our friends bought this building. It used to be a secondhand furniture store. We started talking about doing a restaurant here. And so for us, the inspiration really is about what does the community want and maybe need, and then we try to take a bit of a risk. And if it's something we get excited about, then we want to do it. So our chef, Andrew Bachelier, had just come back from a trip to Paris, and we thought we could do something kind of special and unique for the area.
And we're on State Street, so we're in Carlsbad, in the downtown district, and it's cool because there's so much life here, so it really adds that new element that I think Carlsbad really needs. What do you think when people come in here? What's their favorite thing?
People seem kind of equally excited about the space and the food.
Your food is very different than most restaurants in town. Where do you get most of your ingredients?
We definitely try to be as much of a locally sourced restaurant as possible. So in terms of our produce, things are coming from a variety of local farms. Our raw bar, we have oysters from the Pacific Northwest to the East Coast to right over here at the Carlsbad Aqua Farm. In terms of meat, we do source a little bit farther away for some of those things because the ranches in San Diego, unfortunately, aren't really here yet.
Dining is becoming so much more than food. It always has been. It's an experience, and I feel like Campfire and this, it truly is, you know when you're going there, it's an experience.
They say that it used to be that you would go out to dinner and a show, and now dinner is the show.
It's the show. Well, with all this talk about the food, the drinks, do we get to try any of it?
We're gonna have a glass of wine. How's that?
Woohoo! I love it.
Just
even
one?
better.
It depends. All right. Thank you, John.
Cool. Thank you so much, John. That was awesome.
You.
It's been another great episode of The American Dream. Thank you, Sean Caddell, for showing me North County in a way I've never seen it before. Thanks to all of our partners around the nation for continuing to produce great content, and thanks to our viewers for making this show possible. We'll see you next week for another great episode.